All right, guys, so let's get right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about flipping houses. So let's go straight to the chalkboard for this one. All right, there's two different positions that you can be in when flipping houses. You can be an investor and you can be a wholesaler. So from an investment standpoint, you need money, right? So let's talk about that. You're going to need money. You're going to need credit. You're going to need experience, okay? And you're going to need a construction crew. So we're just going to call that C crew. All right. You already know why you need that. We're not even gonna get into that. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about is a new method of flipping properties. Okay. And you probably heard about it, but it's called wholesaling. Now, don't need any money. So we're gonna draw money and draw X around that. Okay. Then you don't need credit. Okay. And you don't need any experience and you don't need a construction crew. You get the picture. So let's talk about wholesaling. So there are investors out there that are looking for property to flip, right? And you know that, but they don't have the time. Because they're bankable, they have to have a job, right? Or they're so busy with all of the other flips that they currently have in the pipeline that they don't have time to look for new property because they've got to manage the projects that they're currently in. So a wholesaler is a person that's like the liaison. That's the person that sets up the deal. They set up the entire acquisition. So that means that wholesaler is a person that has the time to go out and drive for dollars. That person has the time to make phone calls and get sellers on the hook to buy their property. But because they have no money, no credit, no experience, no construction crew, then they really can't afford to have the property in their own name and to facilitate the entire flip. And so now these type of people have come up with the way to still participate in flips, right? It's crazy. So what they do is they go out again, drive for dollars. They put the property in the contract. So let's say that there's a property that they see, it has a lot of mail coming out of the mailbox. The trees and stuff need to be trimmed. The yard has never been cut, look like in a whole year or so. They do a skip trace, find out who the owner is, find out that the property is worth $300,000 if it were fixed up. And they put the property on the contract for $150,000, right? So then they also build their buyers list up with investors that are looking to buy properties from them. All right. So then they marry the contract that they just got. So now remind you, they have a contract that the property is worth $300,000 and they got it under contract for $150,000. They went in there and they found out that it needs about $50,000 to $60,000 worth of work into the property. So the end buyer needs to buy it from them at a price that is fair enough for them to buy it, put some rehab into it, and still make a substantial amount of money flipping a property. So let's get into the wholesale fee, all right? Because that's where you make money at when you're wholesaling. So a wholesale fee is basically, some people call it an assignment fee. All you're doing is you're charging a person for putting them in a position to be able to flip the property. So you're like the liaison. So you have a property under contract for $150,000, and that's what we call an A to B contract. That means that contract is between you, the wholesaler, and the original owner of the property. Then you prepare another contract, which is called a B to C contract, and that is between you and the end investor, okay? The investor is gonna take on the debt, it's gonna facilitate the property, facilitate the rehab, and turn around and resell it. Now, you're gonna make a fee for that. So I love wholesaling for all of those different strategies. It's a strategy, it's a long play to be able to make money without having to facilitate any deals, facilitate any debt, and it's a good segue from not being able to invest to finally maturing and understanding how to invest and flip properties as an end investor. Hopefully you guys were helped. You already know what to do if you need more information on this.